Welcome back everyone to the channel for another video. This is Q50 Beast. Today we'll be taking a look at the 1992 Mitsubishi Galant VR-4. This is an iconic offering from Japan back in the early 90s. I mean, there were so many cars that took cues from this one. The first thing comes to my mind is the Honda Accord. I just love Japanese cars, and this one is an all-wheel drive rally racer that is so fun to build, so fun to drive around, and we got a drag tune for you to show you how we made this thing fast. All right, so going over to the engine, we went with a stock engine. We left the stock one in there. We could have put a V8 in it, but we went stock, and we left this thing all-wheel drive so we can put that power down on this stock engine. Moving over to the engine, we went with the race intake. We went with the race fuel system, a race ignition. We also put a race exhaust. It sounds awesome on this car. We went with the race camshafts and valves. We went with the race engine displacement, race pistons, and we also went with the race turbo. We went with the race intercooler. We did nothing with oil cooling. And we went with the race flywheel on this thing to get those gears shifted fast. Going over to the brakes, we went with the race brakes, race suspension, race front anti-roll bars, race rear anti-roll bars. We did nothing with the chassis reinforcement, and we did a full weight reduction on this car to make it as light as possible. Over to the clutch, we went with a race clutch, a race transmission, a race driveline, and we also went with a race differential. Moving over to the tires, we went with a drag tire compound for this drag build. In the front, we went just one level wider. In the rear, we went all the way wide. Choose the lightest wheels you like. We went with these and painted them to suit the car. I think it looks pretty nice. They're pretty light. We like them. We also went all the way large with 19s in the front. And we also went 19s in the rear. I mean, this thing looks good with the 19s. In the rear, we spread it all the way wide track width for handling. And in the front, we went one level wide. This thing is sitting and looking good. All right, over to the arrow, we did nothing with the front arrow. And in the rear, we took the spoiler off. This car looks pretty cool with the spoiler, but we took it off to give it that real clean look, that street look. All right, so we went with this rear end here, and we left it stock, but this is what it looks like for rally to keep the dirt and rocks and things from jumping up and out on people. But we didn't go with that. I mean, it's a pretty cool. I mean, I like the fact that Forza put it in the game, but we're drag racing. We took that thing off. So for the hood, we went with this one. As you see, there's no buckles there, but there's vents on the top and buckles in the front. So we went with this one just for the aesthetics. Moving over to tuning, we're 28 in the front and 15 in the rear, so we can get the power down. 310 gears, 430 first gear, 275 second gear, 186 third gear, 144 fourth gear, 115 fifth gear, and 0.84 for the sixth gear. Alignment, we went negative 2.5 in the front and negative 2 in the rear. Left everything else the same. Anti-roll bars, you see what we did here, a little bit stiffer in the front and all the way stiff in the rear. Springs, we almost went to the middle there. You see what we got there, and we dropped this car all the way down to get that power down and make it look good and all of that other stuff. Dampening, we didn't touch. We left it alone. It's an all-wheel drive car. It's tuned pretty well. We did nothing with aero, nothing with brake, and the differential, the center balance, we went 55 for the center balance in the rear. Here's a share code if you're interested in this tune. Simple and easy launch, and this thing is off to the races. No spinning because it's an all-wheel drive car. This thing handles and gets up to speed pretty well. I mean, look at it, shifts very well, stock engine, and this thing puts a respectable 165.71 in the half mile. And this is what the car looks and sounds like from the inside. It's pretty cool. It looks like a 90s car. It's an awesome thing, but let's listen to it. Oh yeah, that launch sounds really good in this car, and that turbo is just screams. It is a nice car. Very, very nice car. Pretty simple and easy build. Just going to be very fun to drive around. Let's go ahead and put this thing in 1/4 mile so we can show you what it does there. Simple and easy launch, and we are off to the races again. No spinning, all-wheel drive car. This thing launches and leaves hard. Smooth through the gears, and this thing puts down 145.19 in a quarter of a mile. And this is what the car looks like from the outside. It launches pretty well. The wheels look good on this thing. I just think this is all around nice car, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, please like, share, and subscribe. This is Q50 Beast. Peace out.